Here we go. 0 Point Pat is back. Woot. Let's do this Hellscape side mission while I'm here. Inspect the fiery cracks. Hey, Joe. I found something wrong for Sonic. Lies and slander, Joe. Lies and slander. A mighty flame followed with a tiny spark. Dante said at first, and I can't but echo his sentiment. His fiery cracks and eruptions you report are most certainly the tiny sparks, and I fear we must prepare for the mighty flame to come. Everything points to some kind of crisis in the Hell Dimensions. If the demons are planning another excursion into our turf, we will be forced into some kind of reaction. I'm pleased you saw fit to send us a warning. You know me. Always good for a shout. Alright, let's see. What can we do here? That is some tasty XP there. What is that? As is that. 100 item empowerments. Let's go. Crafty. I wanted to try and hit 18 before the academy. Let's go look and. Oop, let's go look and see what the academy levels are. I think I alt tabbed and fucked up my mic for a second there. Locate the survivors. Board with limited rotation? No? Hey. Ooh, Peach Rose? Okay. Cool. I don't think, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I get that easily bored. Oh, Joe, I did start playing Once Human again, like off stream. I'm in a winter scenario with the lunar shit. Still trying to figure shit out.
Hello?
Hi there.
Yeah, see, I can't... yeah, I can't even pick this until level 18. Okay. Well, there you go. I don't think I did the beach mission, right? Yeah, and also I didn't even know what the hell Lunar Oracle was. I was just like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. I did finally get the all-weather stew shit down. That you're right. That does help a lot. The problem, I still maintain that like that shit is like intensely punishing, and honestly, Lunar Oracle is even worse because like you just can't go outside at nighttime. Like, and you know, until you're basically like level 40 or something. Like you just like it's so like the problem with Way of Winter is until you get All Weather Stew, which you can't even do in the first week. Like I had to wait the next day, like the couple of days for the what was it? Yeah, whatever the first like so you have the first chapter, right? And then like the All Weather Stew recipe is locked in like the later stuff. It doesn't even unlock. So in the first chapter, you're still kind of fucked. Like you basically can't walk outside at certain times because you just freeze to death, like outside your base immediately. Right? Like so, like the starting off shit is still fucking ass. The fact that you can die in the NPC camps from weather is fucking stupid. Like that is just insane to me. If I'm in their base talking to them, I should not be able to freeze to death. That doesn't make any fucking sense. So like, I've got lots of problems with the implementation still. It doesn't matter that like, yeah, sure, once you get to like second chapter, you can get a recipe to then trivialize it. Like, yeah, okay, but it doesn't make it better. That almost makes it worse. It's like, oh, it's incredibly punishing when you're first starting, and then not a problem at all later. Like, that's fucking stupid. That's a bad design mechanic. And then Lunar Oracle is, like, kind of the same. Like, if you're not, like, fucking maxed out, that shit is... Those things are gonna fucking one-shot you. And you're just gonna fucking die from the, sanity loss. Like, you're just gonna be... Even... Like, they'll one-shot you from full health in, like, level 4 armor. Never mind the fact that, like, when you're first starting out, like, your sanity resistance is ass, so, like, you'll have, like, 1 health anyway. It's just, like, it's not, like, I see people saying, like, oh, don't complain about our thing that, like, we want a harder challenge. Like, that's fine, but, like, that's from cold. I think I encountered one of those. I just all of a sudden fell over. I also had a weird thing where I think technically somehow I died. I was in like a set, like the defense wave shit with the eggs, and I think somehow it killed me with sanity from the Oracle and like, but it didn't show it or something because I wasn't in the normal instance. I think it bugged out, and then it just, so basically it just killed me in that instance, but then popped me out into the normal world fine, like not dead, and then eventually like 5 minutes later I just fell over dead. It was really strange. But yeah, anyways, I'm back fiddling around with that shit. I like a lot about the game, but like you got some weird, it's like all or nothing. Like the mechanic like that doesn't make sense to me. Like the weather should be something that you're like dealing with, but isn't just like one-shotting you, or conversely you're not dealing with it at all. Like it's no longer a mechanic you even pay attention to. Like that's just bad design. I don't know, but I like the game. It's just, you know. Yeah. Just like when you make a new scenario. Hey, son. Just like when you make a new thing, it shouldn't, like, everyone's got to start over with a new character. It's like, and certain things are locked. No matter how much you import from your old character with points, like, certain things are locked until the next phase. So, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, like, the first week can't be good for anybody. It's not a good experience if you have to, like, I don't know. It's just dumb. It's dumb and I don't like it. Anyways, we're gonna do Hell Has No Vacancy.
There's plenty of vacancies going, bud. It is the mother of all off-seasons. If if you don't mind sleeping rough with the noisy neighbors in 13. Real hell raisers. Well, what's a guy gonna do, call the cops? You must be a riot at parties. Anyway, this is nothing. Nothing. I've covered wars, dirty wars, where crazy runs the show, waving guns up in my face. That place between bad and worse, that's where I belong. In the eye of the shitstorm, the misery and the carnage and time, all slow right down, and I can call it how it truly is. That's where I do my best work. That's where I'm king of the story, man. All demons and devils, not even bothering to wear our skin, whooping like a laugh track in an abattoir, and why not? I'm in on that joke. The best joke of all? We do this to ourselves, but they cannot fucking wait to show us how it's done properly. Wherever there's a critical mass of human tragedy, it's a big flashing come on down sign to them. Yeah, last one I saw went that way. Happy hunting.
Alright, kill encroachers and consecrators. Blah, blah. Yeah, we were talking about 1 Human Fun. I started playing it again off stream. I also get annoyed by those little yellow things, and when like you can't, like, your events window has like a little marker and you can't like fucking turn it off. That's super annoying. Okay, so to be fair, I really like the gameplay. I like Once Human. I think it's super cool. I thoroughly enjoy like the base game. I enjoy the game's like attempt at mechanics most of the time, but like both Way of Winter and Lunar Oracle, I think, have like some major missteps. Also, shit just isn't fucking communicated well. That's another issue to me. Was I supposed to close that? It doesn't matter. I think I've closed as many as I need to. Woo. My revolvers now. Ooh, red chambers, let's go. Red chambers again. Oh, yeah. Way of Winter. Yeah, so they also have like the Lunar Oracle modifier. So like I'm playing currently a Way of Winter season with Lunar Oracle modifier. I do like that when the Lunar Oracle thing happens, like all of a sudden a bunch of deviated shit shows up. So you can try and grab some of that shit before you inevitably get killed. I mean, we already knew that. Did you not see my Akhenaten streams? Annex and Angels and Rift Martyrs. See? I'm saying, you're here for a fight, then you should know.
Initializing.
Obviously, masochist.
Quick access inventory updated.
Excuse me, sir. That reminds me, I need to finish my Elden Ring Rune Level 1 DLC stuff. The last boss I did was Rolana. That was interesting. I had done a bunch of attempts on the stupid sunflower guy. Just getting like bad RNG. I have like a really like good strat / build for RL1 on that guy, but that's like hey, we got a cache. Let's go. Is that our first cache? Well, I forgot to be taking pictures of them. Oops. Hey, tumultuous dash.
Critical empowerment results.
For science. Nice. Yeah, well, actually last night, was last night? Yeah, last night I played a bunch of Once Human. Because I didn't stream last night, because I was watching the kiddos. So, like, and the wife was getting home late, so I didn't want to like be in the middle of streaming or needed something or any of that crap. I was just kind of like chilling. I haven't been in a not wanting to like gain that much mood, but I almost kind of want to be soon. Like there's some like movies and shows I kind of want to see, and when I'm in like a hard like, oh, I'm trying to get something done game-wise, I don't really do any of that shit. I just like, I kind of go in spurts, I guess. The Marooned Oarsman. Picture of you, please. Red Chambers, let's go. Oh my god, you annihilated him. Full Red Chambers. What's going to kill an angel or a rift martyr? Yeah, I think. Look, I've played Once Human since like beta 2. I don't think I was in the first one. Beta 2, beta 3, release. I did a bunch of. I don't know if you saw my challenge runs I did for Once Human. I did like the fish only run, dagger only run. I was doing like a drop only run. Like I played the shit out of 1-2. I thoroughly enjoy it. Just, you know. And then they are constantly like improving things. So I don't hold them any harbor. I don't harbor any. Oh, that was amazing. I don't harbor any ill will or anything. There's just something that I would like to see fixed. And the way they did say, actually they announced they're gonna fix their last Twitch drop that like didn't work for shit. The way their Twitch drops worked for that game was fucking bizarre. And like severely broken at the time. Yay, we finished that. Can we pick this up, I guess? Why not? Right.
Quick access inventory updated. Radar module activated.
Oh, if the video will probably come out like later this week, but I finally got the gauntlets on Freeborn from the E17 raid. That's like the first piece of the E17 set that drops, is the gloves. So that was pretty cool. Got that today. Situation and response are self-evident, don't you think? Our aims are seldom thrown into starker relief than by eruptions of hell dimensions. As you can see, there's no peaceful coexistence between our realities. Negotiation, which I am in no way condoning, comes to a similar dead end. Emphasis dead. The very essence of these creatures bleaches life and claims material. That said, the creatures seldom come prepared to establish a beachhead as they had here. Add the fact that the rifts are yawning open once more, and we have a concerning development. Be vigilant. Hey, we got a little chaos action there. Slowly climbing. Dude, there's a Mark 1 blue Sovtek on the auction house for like a ridiculous amount of money. The Sovtek Harmons of Destruction, which are good, but Mark 1 for 44K. Like, what? No, I'm sorry, no. Like, I could see maybe 20, like maybe, but, and then I don't know what the fuck this is. These aren't even that great of a pistol. And they're like 55, but at least they're like Energy Mark II. Like, that's slightly better. I still think this is hella overpriced. Like, I don't know where people get these values from. I'll zero your point pathogens. What's up, Necromancer?
Item located.
Enemies come out of that portal like way too late.
Radar module activated.
Like, they actually do spawn, but you can close the portal and run away before they ever like attack you. Really strange.
Item located. Radar module activated.
Hey, Bomber, how's it going?
Item located.
Oh yeah, the broken chat. That was weird this morning. What the restart no one knew was happening? Or a lot of people didn't notice, I guess. Yeah. Oh, let's do the Black House. That'll be
I don't spook easy. I've spent nights in houses so filled with spirits I had to perform exorcisms to take a dump. But that burned house up there, the Black House, that place got me breaking out in goosebumps. Not spooked, not that, but affected. In a bad way. It's a cold place. Funny thing with that house. It wasn't haunted before the locals made it so. They were so afraid of witchcraft. They never gave a single thought to what witchcraft does and doesn't do. After the house burned down, it got far worse than magic to contend with. Anyone walked within 100 yards could feel it, like nails on a blackboard. You look for evil in people. Sooner or later, you'll find it. Even when it wasn't there in the first place. Hello?
Find a way to enter the Black House. His liner? Nice, son. Nah, come on. It's not that bad. Well, I mean, all you gotta do is you know, heal. Alright. Wait, it already started the achievement? What? Why did it do that? Weird. Well, I won't do that. I'm just gonna read everything anyways. Gathering outside Ms. Killian's home. Fires believed to have broken out sometime after the crowd left. All heroes from Kingswood Fire Service arrived on the scene, painting the blaze where it spread in the nearby woods. They were unsuccessful in their attempt to save Ms. Killian, whose body was later recovered. The house built by Ms. Killian did not conform to county safety regulations, and the fire is no longer being treated as suspicious. However, anyone who knew Ms. Killian or his president at the night's nutrition test with deputy found to attend a meeting in the town hall. They all set her shit on fire. That's just... Wait, it's upstairs first, huh? Oh yeah, I remember this being annoying in the pacifist run because I couldn't break the door. Short funeral service was held this weekend for Carrie Killian, who in recent tragic circumstances chose to take her own life. Service unintended, but our pastor has asked that all townies of Kingswood take a moment to reflect the importance of community. Town Council generous provider for Miss Killian's cremation and a personal funeral plot in her homes was laid to rest Sunday. Just put this over to decide how I sound? Questionable. Healing Final Fantasy? Dude, I have the right shirt for healing. It is something I want to do on Jimmy. I have the guys, I'm the healer, we're all gonna die. That's my shirt. You can tank with shotgun. Last Will and Testament of Carrie Killian. I, Carrie Killian, a resident of Solomon, state of Maine, declare from my Last Will and Testament. In the first case, I wish for the persons of my state to be given charity and condition of such organizations outside this island. I gave these people all the charity I had and was shown precious little in return. I expectedly be glad to be rid of my memory. In the second case, I wish for my body to be cremated upon death. In the third case, as my ashes are not buried in this bleak and hard soil, so scatter them on the sea, for time and tide might carry me away from the events that have transpired. Yeah, you'd need to run like shotgun, probably shotgun chaos. I used to in TSW I've healed, so I've healed the E10 raid before E17 was a thing, like before the patch and all that, when E10 was the max. I did heal E10 raid before, so it's not like I've never healed the raid, but I've never healed the E17 raid. But I used to like in TSW I used to heal tank. I also used to like heal like the MFA or MFB dungeons. I don't know. Carrie Killian, a sinner in life, may her spirit find grace in death. So this, let's see.
Quick access inventory updated.
So, I mean, I don't know. There's no reason you can't have multiple characters that DPS. You also, like, you can multi-roll on a single character. You know what I mean? Like, you can just make a set of tank shit for the character. You don't need a new character to do it. Can't pretend to know what awaits her, though I trust it is kinder than that burnt estate. You've done all concerned to service. Holding the threshold against forces never belong on Earth is work enough, let alone factoring those which are too human. Consider there are billions of people. The simple math of the violent and unfair end produces thousands of lost souls lingering. Eventually, many have some powers of reality or are less antisocial in their mourning. But I'll wait for a fair rendering of justice than they received in life. Yeah, the sound is really good. Also, we hit level 18 finally. Nice. That means we can proceed to...
Critical empowerment results.
That means we can proceed to Innsmouth Academy now. Dude, the rec center cannot hold. something. And come on. Boop.
Yes?
Oh my god, Joe. Holy wall of text. Yeah, it's just someone being stupid, you know? Because obviously, like, DPS... So, I will say, some of it is, though, that people... So, theoretically, DPS is the easiest role. Because, partly because everyone has to DPS, right? So, not that there's... Not that there's not, like, difficulty in being a DPS, but it's more that, like if you're playing the story, you have to DPS, right? Pacifist playthroughs aside. You know what I mean? So, like, functionally, to operate in the game, everyone has had to learn to deal damage. So the basics of it, like, everyone has to do. And then, if you're going to heal or tank, you have to have been able to do that and do the other thing, right? You can't just, like, tank your way through the game. Everyone does DPS, and then you pick a role. That said, when it comes to, like, you know, dungeon mechanics or raid mechanics, like, if people aren't overcarrying the holy fuck out of it, and then no one pays attention to anything, then yeah, you gotta pay attention to shit. You gotta not stand in things. You gotta know mechanics. Like, even in the raid, that's the whole reason I made, like, the raid, like, tutorial video, is like the whole reason I made that thing is literally came from a Cabal member who, like, got upset about, I don't know, me getting upset at something or calling something. Like, they didn't like, they'd been playing with, and they were, like, a really exceptionally good DPS, but they've been playing for like, I don't know, 6 months or better with us, and yet they didn't know, like, why a thing happened, or, like, because what happens is, especially in groups where people know how the raid works, or, like, you have the tank that knows the tank, you know, and if you're tanking the raid, you kind of have to know the whole raid for the most part, or at least 2/3 of the raid. So, like, there's literally people doing DPS in the raids. They're just doing what they're told, and they don't understand why they're doing it. They're just, someone said, hey, when I call this, stop shooting, or when I do this, you need to do that, which is fine. Like, you need to have in a game where things can, like, change on a dime. You need to be able to quick call something. People need to be, like, listening to whoever's raid leader, paying attention. That doesn't mean you shouldn't learn and know what the fuck is going on. Like, you should. There's no way you should be doing that for, like, 6 months or a year and still have no idea how the raid works. You're just doing what someone tells you. That's fucking stupid. So, like, I was like, I didn't know that you didn't know. I don't know how it's possible you didn't know. So, like, I had a conversation, like, walked him through everything, and then he's like, oh, okay, like, all that makes sense. He just was, he never knew, like, why certain things were being called when they were being called, or why, you know, certain things were being done a certain way. And so that was, like, the really why I started on the making the tutorial. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, you'll see that as a problem in Legends, and I used to get shit for it, and people would say you're being elitist or whatever. But I'm like, you need to fix your gear. You can't be in, like, higher elite dungeons doing absolutely garbage DPS. Like, the whole rest of the group is having to carry you, or having to make up for the fact that you're not doing, like, the minimum. It's one thing if you, like, you know, everyone fucks up, everyone stands in something by accident or whatever, right? Like, fuck ups happen. But like if you look at your gear and go like, oh my god, why do you have 5 hit glyphs? You're never critting, you're never doing damage. Like you're not doing the role you're supposed to be doing. So like, even in Secret World, like, you know, people, and there's Google Sheets for it. Like you just, you know, it doesn't take a lot to find them. I'll link them to people. Like I try and help people. Like, look, your glyphs are a mess. Fix your glyphs. It doesn't even take that long. It's not that expensive to do. Like you probably, most of the time, you can sort out your glyphs in like a day. At least to like something reasonable. Oh my god, dude, the basic spam. There's a couple of legendarily bad players. Like legendarily, like full red gear that are doing DPS worse than like me as a tank at 100% tank allocation. Like just legendarily bad that like don't change. I don't remember if the English is their first language or not, but like they're just they're literally doing max everything and doing the worst DPS like humanly possible. Like almost seems like on purpose sometimes, because like you're just like, how is that possible to be that awful? And yeah, it's like a rifle user that spams basics and then red mist off cooldown. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why? Oh. Yeah. It's, I mean, everyone has to hit basics sometimes. You just run out of energy, right? Like, it happens, but like, it should not be the only thing you're ever doing. And it's certainly your other thing shouldn't be red mist, for fuck's sake. I love tanking. Yeah, only spamming basics. That's fair, Joe. I love tanking. The biggest problem prior to AA is that like if you were a tank or even a healer, but mostly the tanks were fucked. You needed someone to run scenarios with you because you couldn't do them yourselves without like a separate set of gear, right? Because that was before like that stuff. So like that was bad. That was a bad time. Like I remember like Shoddy was like one of the main tanks. So like I was always running sends with Shoddy because he could tank shit, but like he couldn't do them on his own, right? Like it doesn't work. And it was too early in the game for someone to be having like 2 sets of gear. Like that can happen later on, sure, but like at launch when everyone's just climbing, you know, you're like a month or 2 into the game. Like no one has the time to have 2 sets. So yeah, that was pretty bad. Healers was not as bad because healers still had crit. You could like add a little bit of hit rating and then you were fine. So they were mostly okay, but tanking was definitely rough, or that role was rough earlier. Only American, they're chatting and all, clearly can speak English, and only for me, Mr. Subconscious. I don't know, I've always played with EU people. Like how do I say this? There's always been far more like end game, like super progression minded players from EU than from the US, at least in Secret World. Always. Like, not that there's not any good US players, there are, but like there's just way more. It's like a mindset thing or something. There's way more EU players that are like hardcore, that are like all about like grinding to get like the max, like, you know, thing like as fast as possible and doing like the hardest content. Like that's just like a You'll find way more casual US Cabals that are just like fucking around and like taking like 3 hours to clear a dungeon, which is fine. If you're having fun and that's what everyone agreed to, that is totally cool and an amazing way to like hang out and chill. It is. But it like the problem is when you end up in one of those groups and that's not what you signed up for. You're like, I only have X amount of hours in the day to play, and I'm trying to do shit, and you guys are dicking around nonstop. Like, I'm like, all right, that's cool. I like you guys and all, but I need to go do something else because I actually have to be productive with this time because I don't have all day to sit here and bullshit. So like, yeah, I don't know. Historically, I've always played with people that are, you know, English as their second language, or third, or fourth. My first Cabal in TSW was a US Cabal, and then I just outpaced them, and they'd been playing way longer than me. I just was grinding, and they didn't grind. They just kind of like, you know, did the social Cabal stuff, and they hung out in TeamSpeak at the time. I think it was TeamSpeak, not Discord at the time. And then and so like every week, my item power was going up, and every week theirs was the same. And eventually, especially, I don't know if anyone like knows how tanking worked in TSW, but like you had to keep your power levels in sync. Like you and the other tank would actually have to like take off item pieces or put item pieces on to like even out your power level. Because if your power level wasn't close to the same, you would have aggro swapping problems in the raid. Like all the time. And it literally got to the point where like I couldn't tank with other people in the Cabal because I would have to like take off half my shit to tank with them. I was like, oh, I need to be playing with a, you know, group of people that are like at the same, like playing at the same rate I am. So that's when I ended up swapping groups. Though I still like helped out and did other stuff with them. I still hung out with those guys for a while too. I even like, I think a couple of years ago or whatever, caught up with some of them. I think we played like Among Us or something when that like was first popular. Anyways, babbling too much. Yeah, I was in Lag Spike. That's the one I went to after the first one. I was in Lag Spike, and then I mean eventually I was technically like in charge of Lag Spike. Well, I mean, to be fair, in TSW, it was a little bit different than in Legends as far as that goes. Like, you had to grind more for all the different currencies, especially towards the end game. That aspect of it was different. But I was doing that, and like they weren't. They were basically just signing on to the raid every week, and like, you know, and at that point. I think it was prior to the Nightmare raids too, so like, you didn't really like everyone could do the raid. You didn't have to get stronger to do the raid because there was only like normal and elite. There wasn't like the Nightmare version didn't exist yet at that point. Yeah, so eventually I went to Lag Spike to like, you know, play with people that were like actually like pushing what the game could do. At the time, and then eventually, so you know, some of the people left, and I eventually ended up in charge of it for a little while, and then me and Shoddy started over from Lag Spike. Like we relaunched as Who in Legends, and we still had a whole bunch of Lag Spike people at the beginning, and then you know, I mean, it's just time, right? Like it's been so many years. It's literally been so many years. Like, people just move on, you know? Yeah, the problem with that is like there actually is a problem with that. So the problem with that is that like 80% of the passives in every build were the same. Like I want to say of like what you had like 9 slots or something, like 5 are always the same. I loved playing TSW. It was a cool, like the wheel and all that shit was a cool experiment. I just don't think it was. There's a reason that the people that made it decided to do like retool it this way, because I mean they've talked about it like post the game coming out, right? They tried to do too many unique things, like oh there's no levels, and oh we have this, and oh we have that. Like they tried to do too many unique things. They ended up, and this is like their words, painting themselves into a corner, like design wise. And like the wheel was mostly filler. Like it was literally mostly filler. Tons of abilities that you never ever used once you unlocked the second tier. You never used the first ones. Tons of abilities in all the weapons that did mostly the same thing. Tons of passives that you were never gonna fucking use in a million years. Like, even if you could make a build that used it just for whatever purpose, like, oh, I made this neat little weird build, like, it's not useful. It's like, okay, you could do that, but, like, no one is really going to play that, other than just to, like, do it. It's like making the pacifist build. Like, it's neat and all, but, like, no one's going to do that, like, on the regular. It's just like these are the good things that work. Like why would you run passives that don't work or that like provide you half the DPS? Like yeah, you run 3/4 the same passives in every build, and for at least for DPS, right? And then you like swap out a couple depending on like which, if you're like proc meta or I forget the other one, like you know you're running a certain specific type of build you're trying to do. But like, yeah, most of them are the same. And also, I think it was the same for like tanking too. Like, you kind of, you know, you have like this normal subset that you run. But okay, so even that idea, right? The idea that like the way the wheel worked, where you had to like unlock the first 2 things, spend all those points to even unlock the outer thing, and then you spend all those points, and you spend a bunch of points on abilities you're never gonna use to get to the one that you want. Like, it's... Oh, man, that shit was kind of bad. I do remember the very first time figuring out an Afflict build. And it reminded me of, like, playing Magic the Gathering. When, like, things clicked and I knew how to build a deck. Like, deck building... Which they did call it decks in TSW. Like, when the deck building clicked and, like, I figured out how, like, to make an Afflict proc build that was actually, like, effective... Like you get this passive and this active, right? Like it was neat, but like the neatness doesn't make up for the fact that like as soon as you actually do figure out the meta stuff, that like all of the uniqueness goes away. Like there is no uniqueness. It's an illusion. Half of it's the same. You're always going to use these things if you want to do something correctly. Like it's I don't know. It was kind of a bummer. Yeah, exactly, son. Like if you're playing in Legends, the other thing is like people seem to think that less options in Legends means less build variety, but the opposite is true. There's more build variety because it matters, because you have less options. Like the passive you pick or don't pick matters that much more, right? You can only squeeze in so many things, so you can't just homogenize. You gotta. You make a choice. So like even before you get into like the different pistols with the different mechanics, you know how certain mechanics interact with certain passives, right? Like how certain talismans procs will interact with your build in Legends. Like the Legends build variety has a lot to do with how your actives and passives interact with your weapons special mechanics and any of your talisman special mechanics, right? Like all of it combines for your build, number one, not just your passives and actives. But additionally, like because you only have so many slots, right? Like the difference between you picking you know, body double and then finding like if you pick body double, you're probably not doing Ruinstorm. You could have 2 chaos builds and someone's doing the doppelganger version and someone's doing the singularity version, right? And there's 2 different chaos focuses, like actual weapons. One of them is more likely to proc these, and one of them is more likely to proc these. So like you literally, like you can custom, like just off of 2 weapons and 2 passives, you have a complete bifurcation, right? Of like completely different chaos builds and approaches to playing that build, and not to mention all the other varieties of like what that's paired with and what that looks like. Like what your offhand weapon is. So yeah, I think Legends actually probably has technically more variety. It's just on the surface seems more linear, but because you have fewer options, you can't just Swiss Army knife everything into one build. So you end up with multiple different ways things can fork. And then you have, like I said, you have different like talismans or weapons that affect things like, when you hit the same enemy 14 times in succession, you deal 10% more damage. Like Strong Force, like you're gonna pair this with a build where you're like doing multi-hit shit, like Breakdown. Like this would probably actually pair pretty good with Chaos if I had Breakdown, because that does like a shit ton of hits in a row. Or like I don't know, there's other ones. There's not a lot of the. What are the? We have the fucking Sap Vitality one now, right? I don't know. There's a bunch of different things as far as that goes, and then like the weapons. Right? Oh wow, there's like nothing of that out there. Wow, as someone is buying up like fucking everything right now. Jesus Christ. But yeah, like your blade, your Seven Sun build will play very differently from like other sword builds, for example. Dude, there is like fucking nothing out here. Holy shit. Someone like also, by the way, I've been seeing a shit ton of new players. Like just tons of new people in the zones running around. But I think it's another reason that the market is being like sucked dry. I know when I build a new character, the first thing I do is go take my marks and see what the hell I can purchase. So, and those people, like I did the pacifist guy, I'll just buy up greens to like use as fodder to upgrade my weapon faster, right? Because I've got marks to burn and nothing to really do with them yet. So like, I feel like new players are less apt to just list their greens on the auction house. They're going to sell them for shards because they need shards. So like, there's this influx of new people that are hitting the auction house and like buying up all the bullshit, and like they're not putting shit back on the auction house because they're not to that point yet. Like, so demand I think is outstripping supply even for like the crap at this point.
Welcome to Innsmouth Academy.
Anyways, I'm gonna start this mission.
But don't worry, you're not interrupting a parent-teacher evening or now. I'm the witch doctor in residence. It's my lot to teach the kids responsibility over the balance of life and death, given and taken. So this has really pissed the curriculum up a wall.
It is a great setback for us all. Loss of life among the faculty always brings up inconvenient questions.
I appreciate the pep talk, HJ.
The last time Mr. Montag gave me a pep talk, I had nightmares for the rest of the semester.
Anyway, you may already have run into some of the students' familiars out there. They look a fright, but, well, think back to your first shop class projects and how they turned out. Without the kids around to control them, they're running wild. Eventually they'll go pure bonkers, and things here will go even more pear-shaped. I wish there was a cleaner way to contain them, but...
I recommend delivery of a swift, decapitating blow with a spade. A fire axe has a distressing tendency to rebound from the vertebrae.
From experience? Aye.
A teacher is only as good as his tools.
Alright. Kill sparring partners. Wait. Where did my... I just realized my controller overlay's not there. I think I've not had that on for a couple of streams, now that I think about it.
This doesn't put you
I think I turned that off on the last Akhenaten stream. Yeah, those guys hurt a little bit. Just a wee bit. Oh, they're killing these guys. Dude, red chambers. Oh, red chambers again, but I have no... Oops. Anyone over here? Or fun. A lovely dulcet-tone scream. There's usually like an extra sparring partner there. I don't even think that this one lacks that much. Well, it's missing like two raids and like a couple dungeons, which admittedly I like, but like is not what most people play that play the game. Need object lessons in class of 67. That wasn't too bad. I gotta do that. want to get that waste to blue. Tens of millions. Nice. Yeah, they do kind of cover that in they cover that in Tank Commander, actually, oddly enough. I think the one spot where they cover that stuff. They cover like Diamond's thing of like when Tank Commander covers the stuff that happened in MFA and MC. Wasn't too bad. Oh, red chambers were sick. We're halfway done with those guys. Whoa, whoa, halfway there. That guy just now got up. Dude, they get stunned like on the ground for so long. I thought they were dead. Lantern. Ooh.
Critical empowerment results.
And a critical empowerment. Very nice, very nice. Holy crap. He got annihilated. That's a crit or something. Hi, son. Red chambers for the win. Alright, got our gasoline. Time to burn the flesh clump. Oh, red chambers, let's go. Oh, you can stay in that circle. Fuck yeah, dude. Hey, first half of the dailies is done. Let's go. Seems my warning regarding Illuminati and their messes was depressingly prophetic. I trust this impersonal medium perfectly expresses my lack of surprise. True, Intimus is a multi-denominational institution. The concept of stockpiling familiars for a rainy day, however, harkens from its founders. Why, whatever could go wrong with creating scores of potentially murderous organic servants? Had that abomination growing in the Recreation Center reached its appalling bloom, I dare say we would have found out. I'd hope this is the last of Intimus' dirty secrets we find unraveling. Sadly, neither of us are that naive. You speak for yourself. I'm as naive as I want to be. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. That in there. And you go here. I don't know. I don't think I want to. I don't want to upgrade this head talisman to blue with 2 pips. I'm honestly thinking about the star spawn. I'll probably just get a radiant for now, I think. That seems like the most prudent thing to do. So I can find something better. Like, I should look for glyphs. I have a... We can get like a simple devastating, maybe? Just to have one, I think. Alright. Talk to the survivors at Innsmouth Academy. Fuck, is it cold in here? Dude, it was fucking snowing this morning. Goddamn April. Fucking snowing. Is that the Peach Rose again? Where are you going? Hey, we're both Chaos Pistol. Nice!
Ah, you're trailing our mythical weapon of mass destruction then? Oh aye, educated guess.
They're not too late, right?
I pure hope not. I have a reputation to uphold as the only thing that's Scottish and dangerous on the island. I should have called in the cavalry as soon as it turned up, but honestly, It caught me with my metaphysical knickers down. I had no idea what it was.
It's not like it's your fault, Miss Usher. No one's ever removed anything from the Academy before and gotten through the wards. In one piece.
That open day could have gone better. Anyway, I suspect whoever possesses the weapon lacks the knowledge required to use it, and they'll be looking for answers. The Illuminati built this place with secret passages and tunnels out the wazoo. Supposedly, all their records, covering centuries of occult lore, are kept in an archive, but the archive is hidden.
Wait, the one below the school?
Below the school? Oh, I pure hate it when I repeat things.
I kind of heard about this full-on Illuminati vault. Like, the seniors might have tried to crack the lock a few times, or something. You can see through the floorboards in the old block. I heard.
Ah, that Illuminati archive.
Tell me you're pulling my leg.
No. Well, I couldn't discount a manifestation of unconscious telekinesis.
Well then, there you are. The secret Illuminati archives. Lost to the ages.
Lost to the ages. Break into the old block. Now this, I'm definitely underleveled for, but I guess we'll see. See what happens. Where am I going? Oh, right, this way. Excuse me, sir. I don't have time to work with you right now. Ooh, we got a belt.
Critical empowerment
Fuck yeah,
results.
dude. We're gonna get that thing to blue real quick. Oh, lovely red chambers. Oh crap. I didn't see the other ghost. That was so close. Holy shit. That was my bad. Overpulled by accident. I can't even pick up the side mission. Now let's see if we can get past these guys. I think if we can get past these two dudes, then everything else should be fine. Yeah, we should be good.
Quick access inventory updated.
Why did they not evolve? Okay, so we need certain thingamabobbers. Why, hello there. so what is this one? The skull. Bone, yep, we need the skull, because that's bones of the oppressors. Alright, so we got that one. What's this one? We don't need the pyramid. Okay. There's symbols, yep, we need the Templar cross. No roll call for you, please. Oh, okay. What are you? Onyx symbol. Yeah, that's the stone lodges erected. Alright, so we wait for cooldown for the Impair gadget. Just in case it's the one that does roll call, if we want to impair that. 2, 1. No, I got red chambers and no bullets. Damn it. Alright. Up the stairs. Yeah, we need stars. All things. That place. We don't need the Phoenix. I don't think we need a yin yang symbol either. We need the eye. There we go. There that. Nice, dude. Yeah, okay, that was fine. I was kind of expecting that to be a little more of a problem, but not a problem at all. Alright, so all things in their place. And the stars. Stone lodges erected. The watchful eye. Bones of the oppressors. And their symbols buried. Woo. Beaumont cinematic time. Let's go.
I've been in exile for a very long time. I was forced by false prophets to flee my homeland in disguise, degrade myself by pretending to be something I'm not, to be much less than I truly am. I spent a long time cursing my kind, planning my revenge and victorious return. Eventually, I got on with my life, and now, they're all dead and forgotten by those who once worshipped them. There's a lesson in there somewhere, I'm sure. Thing is, I'm ready to be myself once again. No more disguises. Their false prophecies perished with the White God. I'm free, and I don't plan on anything or anyone changing that. It's beautiful, isn't it? And to think this thing was out there all along, while I wasted my time chasing a fucking hammer. I got what I came for, and I need to be moving on. Places to go, spells to cast, gods to wake. Spoiler alert, we'll fight, I'll win, you'll track me down again, just in time to watch your world tumble into chaos. Title scroll, lights come back up. Oh, wait, no, they won't. If I could kill you, I would. I really, really would. I don't like leaving matters unresolved. I do it cleanly and painlessly. None of the fancy stuff. I'm not that sort of villain. No stage magician. I take pride in my work. And I'm not afraid to get my hands filthy. But Unless I grind you to a fine dust, the fucking bees will just whisk you away to safety. I've seen it happen enough times. I'll just make sure you're stuck here a while so that I can get on with things. Farewell.
Alright, search the archives, discover what Beaumont was doing here. I believe we go right? And down the stairs, and then we go left. Because these things won't attack you unless you fuck with the book. Right? But these two are already dead. It's because they already fucked with this book. Devore Mansion, some island. Walked him, shot in the ass. You wouldn't kill him though, Necromancer. Like, he would just turn around and fucking hit you with the sword. Devore founded the Blue Ridge Mine and built the Devore Mansion in 1876. Found guilty of murdering his wife, Joanna, in October 1881. Sentenced to death by hanging. Associated with an individual named Beaumont. Numerous references to this person in the diary. Connected to other mentions of Beaumont and Silvermine history. The diary also references important papers regarding Blue Ridge Mine located in the mansion, but papers appear to have been hidden. Our agents have been unable to retrieve. Devore Mansion has recently been sold free. Oh, shoot him in the ass. Left cheek specifically. Okay, I can get behind that. Alright, so then you don't actually have to fight this guy. You literally can just run away. It'd be better if I didn't fucking lose sprint, but, you know, whatever. Oh, he got his fucking blood shit on the puddle. Usually I can just run over that right to left. It works. That's annoying as fuck, dude. This flesh clump is blocking the unlock. Oh my god. I don't have any good way to heal either. I'm just gonna take this. There we go. Fucking finally, dude. Anyways. Normally, I just run right to left. And if you do it quick enough, like, it's the right pattern somehow. I think I actually did it too slowly. So things had time to, like, change color or whatever. Same with this guy, by the way. Like, you can just fucking run past that dude. And we out. Like, the number of times I've done that mission, I literally just hit the first little symbol on the ground and run right, right to left. And it opens. It's got to be like 8 out of 10 times or something. I think there's a thing with the speed at which you do it, that you actually pass over one of them before it's changed. I think that's why that works. I just did it too slowly this time. What an unfortunate turn of events. Caution advised going forward. Now that Beaumont is aware of your involvement, he will be like a cornered lion, and he will most likely not be so merciful the next time around. Killing you is difficult, but it is not impossible. On that account, he was strangely wrong. See, this is like I don't get from the faction people. Like, if one of you is gonna be wrong, it's gonna be you guys, not Beaumont. And this ties into later in the story with the swarm. I think that the factions think they're killing you, and the bees whisking you away part, like, that's how people are escaping into the swarm, right, is like they're basically like faking their deaths. Like they're letting them think they've been killed, and they end up coming back elsewhere and just like never coming back. So the factions somehow think that it's really difficult to kill you, but they can do it, and they actually can't. But why they would think they're right and Beaumont is wrong, I've always found bizarre. Like, they would be like, oh shit, does he know something we don't? Would probably be the better response. Anyways, exercise care and try to find out what the Warlock is up to. The sword is still your prime objective. We do not know what it is yet, or what it can do, but it's almost certainly of great value. Vasselheim is deep in the bowels of Temple Hall as we speak, digging through the lost libraries. In the meantime, treat this as a learning experience. You live, you learn, and hopefully you grow into a better swordsman. Level 19, let's go. Oh my god. Both of these things are like nothing away from... You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to do this. Alright. Now we can make our Chaos belt. Woot. Bam. Put our crit glyph in there.
Critical empowerment results.
Nice. Travel to Blue Mountain. That's not happening. We are so far away from the level gate for this shit. I'm level 19. Shards. What that?
I gotta say, you made a hell of an entrance. Where do you keep that horse you rode in on? I'm just yanking your chain. It's no coincidence what's happening here and happening now, with us and with you lot. I gotta say, you made a hell of an entrance.
So we cannot do Omni Legend until we are level 21. So we need 2 levels. Yeah, it's weird how that loops, right? I can't tell if that's a bug or if that's intentional. I think we do the park chain. I think that'll be cool. Theme Park Tycoon.
Finally. Are you with Grayson Security? I've been trying to get a hold... No. You wouldn't happen to have a helicopter, would you? Of course not. This is private property, but I won't belabor the fact. I'm not particularly attached to it. Who in their right mind would want an abandoned amusement park on a godforsaken island in the Atlantic? Aside from Nathaniel Winter, of course. Yeah, that Nathaniel Winter. Millionaire. Mogul. Also, as it turns out, theme park tycoon. Nathaniel brought me up here during construction. And even then, there were accidents. Workers falling to their deaths, equipment malfunctioning as soon as it was turned on. Strange whispers at night, according to the crew, coming from the rides themselves. But he was a stubborn son of a bitch, my father. The park opened against all odds right on schedule. Whole island showed up for the ribbon cutting. But the accidents continued. A roller coaster derailed, killing a family of 3. A 10-year-old kid was found, dismembered, behind the cotton candy stand. An employee in a chipmunk costume went berserk, stabbing 2 teenagers in the eye. By 1980, Nathaniel was forced to shut it all down. There were investigations. It was all over the papers. So he closed up shop. Stayed behind while my mother and I went back to Boston. Never saw the son of a bitch again. I remember Nathaniel telling me once, after the bumper cars crushed one of the engineers, that this was all par for the course. Great deeds require great sacrifice, he said. Next time I saw my father, he was in a casket. He outlived everyone and left me nothing of his fortune. Except, I don't want his money. And I didn't ask for the park, neither. All I want is answers. You can say a lot about Nathaniel Winter, but he never made a bad investment or a rash decision. So why in God's name did he build this park? I've heard them. At night. The rides? They do whisper.
Go to the main entrance.
You must have me confused with someone else.
I'll pick up this as well, I guess. You make great noises back to assert dominance. True. True and real. Local amusement park not amusing police. Local amusement park not amusing police. I don't know why I never like. I don't think I clocked that before. That is funny and stupid. Police investigating murder on the groups of Atlantic Island Park claim violence may be related to cult activity. Local authorities are seeking 4 park employees for questioning in relation to a string of grisly murders. Bernard Graham, Peter Dobson, John Robson, and Oswald Shields. Presently, have no information about the men's whereabouts. Battled owner Nathaniel Winter claims the 4 were recently terminated and have no association with the park. Winter also called for calm in the face of twisted pranks and allegations. A local resident who wishes to remain nameless recalls hearing screams the night before 3 corpses were discovered by police. Thought it was just kids having a good time. They really got the roller coaster going because they were just screaming their heads off. Park's opening has been delayed by a series of violent incidents, derailments, and disappearances. It is currently slated for early next year. Atlantic Island Park. Bumper cars, Octotron, Ferris wheel, Sideshow Alley, roller coaster, and Lover's Lake. Oh, I got the magnifying glass stuck. Hold on. What up, Octotron? I like how you can use the Octotron to like help go from these waves. Yeah, so like you stand like right on the edge. Yeah, he's almost dead already. I didn't even touch him. He just straight up got killed by bumper cars. Oh man. Amazing. Oh, the sideshow happened. We have range, so this shouldn't be that big a deal. They're probably gonna take care of this guy though. Ow! Yeah, you can kind of like, if you have range, you can like snipe that one. Not too bad. Roller coaster of love. Say what? Time to ride the roller coaster.
Don't fear the dark. Fear me.
Daddy. Come out wherever you are.
That's a strong hand. Take my strong hand. Bernard. He couldn't even come get me. That's amazing. Ferris wheel time. John Robertson. You can kind of use him to like bounce you. I wanted to do it this way. There we go. Now it's time for bumper cars and a scarecrow. You were right to investigate this matter. Clearly more has been offered up for sacrificing these premises in good taste alone. Something about Slum Island speaks to industrial homicidal, making it truly a home away from home to the Illuminati. However, this is not their doing. An engine of suffering serves them no purpose, not even as a hobby pilot. The Elder Winter had been touched by darkness, but what manner of darkness and for what purpose? I very much doubt the answer has followed the moon quietly to the Yo! Oh, should I hold on to that, maybe? Because if I use it, right, like, then I would need a fodder piece. Maybe I hold on. Let's finish the side mission, I guess, before we start the next part. Main mission. We need to take out Oswald. Be around here somewhere. There he is. Alright, locate the cult leader. God damn it. Ran right into that guy. I think... What is that? Oh, it's up there. Should we wait for the Bososian gadget? It's probably good. You need the gadget. Nice. Okay, let's go see Nathaniel Winter. Nathaniel! A mountain play! Oh, I missed the jump. Didn't have quite enough elevation. I'm jumping too soon? Yeah, I'm jumping too soon.
I'm sorry, did you want
Carnival
something?
of Souls.
Where the hell is it? I know I left it right. Oh, God, the stench. To my son, Nicholas James Winter, blah, blah, blah. Where is it? I leave my masterpiece, the Atlantic Island Park, to be restored according to my original plans? What fucking plans, Dad?
How did it go?
Now, don't tell me. I'm not blind or deaf. I don't believe it's a coincidence those things are drawn to the rides. The fog came the day we got here. I was supposed to fly in, but the airport was closed. So we drove all the way up from Portland. Less than an hour later, it rolled in like an avalanche. Wahid here decided to stay in the car. I headed for the highest place I could find. I didn't think of it at the time, what with those animals at my feet. But it's weird that the wheel's still working after all this time. I can't imagine the power's still on. At least not the electrical power. But that's not what this place runs on, is it? He stayed behind, my father, Nathaniel Winter, when everyone else left. And not because he didn't have anything else. He had his empire, his money, my mother. He had me. But this is the only thing he wanted. It kept him alive for over a century. It gave him power. I'm still not convinced he's not here. Somewhere, feeding on the ghosts of lost children like some kind of bogeyman. What the hell are you looking at? This is private property, you know.
I mean, he is indeed a bogeyman. No! It went on cooldown. God damn it. Oh! Why? Blame. Go to the Ferris wheel.
Additional assignment received. Initializing.
Yeah. Right? No, for sure it is. Like, you piece of shit. I was there. Silence. Yeah. Avoid aggroing those guys. Spectral is laughter and children. Here he is. The bogeyman. Into my circle. Bring the joy of children. This guy again. Ah! There we go. Bam! Monocle! Let me just... let me just shortcut back this way. Bam! Easy! Easy! Lemon squeezy. Let's hope this nightmare carnival has ended. The boogeyman is a particularly loathsome entity, attaching itself like a tick to childish terrors. Its sadism knows no bounds, and those brutalized by it are seldom the same again. Many go on to continue its cycle of abuses, passing on its sickness from the secret world to the mundane one, beyond our remit. But the creature is in decline. Once it found a harbor under every bed and every cupboard. Now its haunts are few and far between. We have contributed to rooting it out of another. So this should make the pistol now max. So now we can start working on our fodder pistol. We need to go to Garth and pick up our other headpiece.
Additional assignment received. Initializing.
Gravity.
Quick access inventory updated.
You're like a bad itch that can't be scratched. You know why I came up here? To sell it all off. The whole park. So that I wouldn't end up like my father. Stuck to this place. There's gravity here. I don't know who they are, but they have money. And ways to convince you that it would be in your best interest to sell. I didn't care. I didn't need to be blackmailed to sign a contract. What in the name of hell do I want an amusement park for? But now I couldn't imagine selling. It's got its claws in me like it had my father. It won't let me go. It owns me. It feeds on me. There's no escaping gravity. Time I've invested in you, I figured you'd come up with something. But all you've given me is grief. And now they're coming for me. For whatever dark secrets this tomb holds. They're like you. Special. Part of another world. A secret world. Convinced they run the place. That the rest of us are just shadows. Even if I knew how to escape gravity, even if I wanted to, something tells me I shouldn't. I don't know what'll happen to this place. And the world, if I do.
He said the thing! He said the thing! He said the name.
Quick access inventory updated. Temporary abilities acquired.
The ingenious design was acquired from a very rare architect at great cost. I outbid the sailors forward on the steamship to Packard. The design was worth every penny. I attest the mechanics work. That's why the sailors continue to hound me. They will stop at nothing to acquire the plans. For this reason, they have been divided and concealed. Various powerful factions want us off some island, but I've gone to great lengths and spent great sums to secure our site. It is ours and it is perfect for its purpose. Only a small piece of Henderson's farm remains. Those who know me will understand why I didn't have the heart to tear it down. Son, if you're reading this, I can only assume you inherited something essential from me. I dare not reduce it to a name.
You must have me confused with someone.
part of the plan. See if it's going. Oop. Okay. Legend. I'm gonna kill these characters for the side mission on here. Look at all those procs. I had doppelgangers and circles. Holy shit, dude. This one. So we need the glass here. Hands from here. This should be the last part over here, right? Okay, so we go
Temporary abilities acquired.
red and blue. Complete the circuit diagram. First try, let's go. The giant anima capacitor. Of course! Ingenious design, though conceptually misguided. One cannot harvest that amount of occult energy through the mechanical means and expect to come out the better for it. Daniel Winter fancied himself becoming the greatest magus in the world. Unfortunately, he lacked any innate talent for magic and thought he could buy his way into wizardry. Well, it doesn't work that way. Phoenicians, they do fine at pilfering and scurrying back to sea, but a sustained presence on land doesn't suit them at all. If they were planning to construct a water park, it was never going to be a good fit.
Promoted.
Man. Level
Faction
20!
rank increase.
Go!
Congratulations, elect.
Congratulations! You just earned another set of laurels. Try to avoid resting on them, though. It's bad for posture.
We have unlocked anime allocation. Yeah, dude. Also unlocked holster pants with buckle orange. Yikes. Yes.
Critical
And a
empowerment
crit.
results.
That's nice. I want to get the legends from. I don't think there's anything up this way, right? Okay, so there's the Boogeyman one on. And then there's like the Phoenician one you can jump to by going this way. Assuming I don't fall off. Got a little achievement for spinning in a circle here. Top of the world. Top of the world, Mom. Oh, some of these parts where it slants really weird or sharp is weird to walk through. There's that one I can jump to. Phoenician's number 2. There's Boogeyman number 1. Just gotta walk back and not fuck up this jump. Also not fuck up the walk back. Oh, we made it. Let's go. Should probably go to Agartha real quick and grab my thought. Also look and see in case anything's changed. Last looked. Didn't really look like it. As far as that goes, at least. What about neck talismans? No. What was the other one we have? We have a cult? I don't think anything good there either. Well, at least we have the radiant headpiece to start on.
Critical empowerment results.
Okay, great. So we can make that blue next. And then... maybe I should look for just like cheap cliffs or something. Like that, for example. And that. And fine, it's just because. A little more hit rating wouldn't hurt. Probably leave it at that for now, I think. Sell this stuff. Oh, actually, wait, hold on. Maybe... Would it be worth to buy some headpieces? Maybe. Regular shit into there, I guess. No, I don't have the shards. Son of a bitch. Hold on. Maybe we can... Fuck yeah, dude. Bam. Look at that. That was pretty sweet. So now we have a hit glyph, a fierce glyph, and a crit power glyph. Or sorry, so hit, crit, crit power. We have one of each type that we need. And we have 3 blue talismans, 1 blue weapon. Yeah, fuck it, we'll do this one. How to get ahead in here.
Visual tracking initiated.
Get ahead. Oh, I'm gonna get the gas station guy here. So weird he sets himself on fire. Ooh. Stun gadget. Okay. Oh, I need to follow the track. I'm way off the where the tracks were. God damn it. I got distracted by shinies. Alright, back on track. Dude, the red is so hard to see against like the brown orange shit. Still the Wendigo. Warn John Bull of the Wendigo's demise. Get this charred corpse one. go. Yes. Alana.
Goodbye.
Nice. Alright, what do we need? We need 2 main missions and a side mission. I did finish the Black House lore. Cool. You know what? I'm gonna do Jack's back. Just a minute. You can see like an ad is starting soon. There it goes.
Hello?
Oh, there's a little doggy. Aww. It's a little doggy. Alright. We'll do his last mission, Jack's back.
The key to long life is, apparently, to sit like a tortoise, walk like a pigeon, and sleep like a dog. I have trouble with the first two, but I can sleep through anything. Even here. Word travels fast in this place, and the word is you've met Jack-o'-lantern. I've seen him down near the rides, mostly at night. He's drawn to this place like the bear to the honey jar. He's got history with the farm before it got turned into an amusement park. Bad history. But I keep out of his way, and he keeps out of mine. My battle's not with Jack. He's all yours, Kemosabe. You'll, want to watch out for the will-o'-wisps. They're a good signpost you're getting close. That, and the pumpkins. After meeting the melon-headed freak face to vegetable, I lost my appetite for pumpkin pie. I just keep seeing an eye in there.
Alright. Over to the pumpkin patch. And that is far. We'll go here. Just one more? Maybe? Red Chambers, let's go. Nice, dude. There we go. A Legendarino. Kill the Revenant. One Revenant down. Revenant's down. Dude, I was not in that area. Yay, a little more. Dude, for sure that blue talisman and the extra glyph. 100% it's helping. We found him immediately. What the fuck? Like, literally immediately. That's crazy. Not to worry, we shall see Jack the Lad again. He cannot run forever, nor can he run very far. He's a decidedly local phenomenon. Madder members of the town even petition protection, citing everything from local heritage to pumpkin fury laws. A mere victim of Archibald Henderson, they say. You may do your best to mitigate Jack's centuries-long terror spree, though I understand if you have other priorities on the island. By the way, you have other priorities on the island. Okay, fine, sure. Do the side mission. Simple wisp defense thing. Ooh, midnight in the game. Real quick, I'm gonna port over here. See if we can fast enough to get the Boogeyman legend. He can be in a couple of spots. can be like under here. And he often appears in the center area. Like right there. Fuck yeah, dude, we got the Midnight Legend. Let's go. Hell yeah. I saw like midnight in the game, the lighting flicked, and I was like, wait a minute, we're not that far. Wait just a darn tootin' minute. Alright, so we need one more main mission. You know what we can do? We can do Carter's mission.
No handshakes, please. Body temperature makes my skin crawl.
Happy
Body temperature
Halloween.
makes my skin
Aye.
crawl. Carter Unleashed. God damn it. Did it right when the ad popped up.
Hey, can I talk to you? Chosen one to, chosen one about a big problem. Obviously not as big a problem as all the other big problems you guys are dealing with outside those walls. But still, help? Okay, so the practical alchemy class keeps racks of replacement familiars hung up in the basement. At least a dozen for every student. It's called practical alchemy for a reason. It's not as gross as it sounds. Okay, it pretty much is as gross as it sounds. Now they're waking up. A whole army of creepy dolls right under our feet. Miss Usher and Mr. Montag want me on the bench for this game, and I know it's to keep their star player from getting injured mid-season. But it feels more like being in the penalty box. I want to step up to bat. I want to help out. I can use my powers. The really freaky ones. You know, they warded the school from the inside because of me. I'm tired of being scared of it, being made sick by it. Maybe that's how my powers want to be used. For me to just say the words and tear it all down. Look, if I set it off, I kinda need someone to make sure I can stop again. Like a chaperone. It's not quite the Halloween prom, but, well, that's where this all started. Worst prom night ever.
School is out.
Hypothesis. Exploding cars amplifying power to allow the industrial application of wards to the stricken school. Possible drawback. Uncontrolled application. Intense thermonuclear devastation. Hypothetical prevention of hypothetical drawback. Use exceedingly small dosages of anima as might be extracted from a familiar skull. Extracting anima power would be a matter of microjoules. Inauspicious number of dosages, say 7, combined using a wand manipulator infused into the portable wand generator. Probably class 09. Note to self, do not mention the traveling of the class 09. Best case scenario, Charter's ward generator reaches resonation point with Carter potential. Worst case scenario, too dreadful to consider, revisit.
Hello?
Wand anima manipulator. Now
Cheers.
we need anima sources from familiars. We just go like this. There we go. Just harvesting. Do I not have the... Oh, wait. Is it up? It's up here. This legend real quick. Alright, we want the interrupt gadget back. This, I believe. Portable wand generator. Shaping that animal.
Quick access inventory updated.
There's our ward. Now we meet them in the basement. Wait, hold on. Where is that? Where is that legend? I know where that is. Yo, level 21. Come on, really? Do I have to switch to the side? I might have to switch the side. Yep. Meet Carter in the basement. Where is that one at? Oh, this one, okay. Alright, now we meet Carter in the basement. Surely.
Don't worry. I'm tougher than I look.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know, things are about to get kind of gross.
Nice. Where did she go? That's a cool cat. Where's that legend at?
Just so you know,
No, you don't need to go all thermonuclear. Alright. You did jack shit there, lady. Holy crap.
I've never gone this far. I mean, with my powers. I think
Destroy the flesh abomination. Where's Carter at? There she is.
the whispering stopped. My
Yikes.
nosebleed too. We better get back. Let's make this our secret. Deal?
Deal. The girl shows some rudimentary promise, and denying that. Unfortunately for her, she's a product of Illuminati's flawed education system, and as such will need constant supervision unless she spontaneously combusts the entire world around with her. Fortunately for her, she had you to guide and temper her powers, making sure their application was focused in the appropriate direction. While we should not make a habit of cleaning up Illuminati's messes, and most certainly approve of cleaning up of this particular mess. Additionally, one can only hope that your sophisticated tutelage has had a positive influence on the girl. Go.
Critical empowerment
Nice.
results.
Sweet. Failures are done. It's shortly after midnight. Standing in a dripping blood thing. It's pretty sweet. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it here. We did pretty good. We made it to level 21. I think we can do Ami Legend next time and like advance more towards Blue Mountain. That should be good. Although, I mean, obviously there'll still be level gating in there as well. Night, Bomber. Thanks for hanging out. Raid out to somebody here, I guess. I'm gonna raid Moth and Wolf. I haven't said hi to them in a minute. Vampire Nightclub. Indeed, Joe. Peace, guys. Waiters.